Raise your blade or surrender it. The people of Dawnstar have suffered enough. Neither of us is ignorant, Dragonborn. You know of the rupture you caused in the Pale. The people you indoctrinated into your cult. The supplies you've ravished. The opposition you cut down in cold blood. The rest of Skyrim may hail you as a hero, but that fable is transparent to your victims. Justice has finally caught up with you, Dragonborn.
Somebody hell a fight. Rip your heart out, you puny weakling. Victory or Sovngarde! That's the best you can do. That's it? That's all you got?
What do we have here?
Commit to a frontal assault, we won't make it past the courtyard.
What's the alternative? Turn tail and flee. I will not abandon Iriel to such a fate. Silence! We aren't alone. Stay your hand. What purpose have you in this desolate land? Are you in league with the servants who lay at our feet? You're the true Dovahkiin. Yes, now I can see the resemblance. My heart rejoices to learn that the tales of your devilry were the doings of an impostor. If you also seek entrance into this false prophet's lair, then I believe our goals are one and the same. Our leader ventured into this hideout hoping to find you. Instead, she wandered heedlessly into the gambit of a fraud. We were just working on a plan of rescue when you arrived. In truth, my associate and I are at somewhat of an impasse. He believes we should creep into this place like a vampire at sundown. There is no time for such subtleties. We should rush the entrance and cut down anything that stands in our way. Alas, perhaps a third opinion is just what the gods have provided. Tell me, what does the legendary Dovahkiin suggest? So be it. We will follow your lead, Dovahkiin.
Glad you agree. Have you any idea how difficult it is to convince a knight he's in the wrong? You'd have better luck hurting skeevers.
Perhaps you should sit this one out, Hayden. An intoxicated man blunders where the sober tread lightly.
Nonsense! I'm at my best after I kick back a few meads. It sharpens my senses and clears my mind, like opening a third eye in the midst of battle.
Your logic is flawed, to say the least.
Usually is, but that's not the point. I made Ariel a promise. If you two are going in, then I'm coming with you. At your service. Oh, sorry.
Be brief.
Ready?
No more! I yield! I yield! Allow me to pass that along to our actual enemy. We're on the same side!
You should be dead by now.
Up ahead.
I'll give you that one.
No one over here.
There's more where that came from.
That one was free. That's your last mistake. Oh, you fight like a pregnant hoarder. They won't mess
Hardly
with us
worth
again.
our time.
Hush now.
Wait, did you hear that?
Die, you bully monster.
No more! I yield! I yield! No!
down.
Never should have come here.
Kneel over so I can get drunk.
Dagon himself must have felt that.
Guide me!
Here's a parting gift, milk drinker.
Going to
Must kill.
going to enjoy killing you.
All right.
What was that? What was that?
Over here!
Next time you won't get so lucky.
Going to
Enough! This ends now!
You're pathetic.
Ready?
Going to enjoy.
Oh, thanks. Word of advice. Don't step on tripwires. The ancient Nords were no proponents of safe living conditions.
Right, well, if you're done plastering yourself to the wall, let's get moving.
Orders came down. We are to execute the prisoner.
Let's do this.
I think you're bleeding!
That was an oversight!
All quiet.
This isn't as much fun as it looks.
Excuse me.
Thanks. Took you too long enough. A few more seconds and my head would be in a basket.
Apologies, my liege. We would have shown sooner had your pilot not been delayed.
That's me, the on-demand scapegoat of this Operation Quest thing.
Well, nitpicks aside, I'm fortunate you arrived when you did. Who's the third?
She is the Dovahkiin, my liege. The real one.
Is that so? If what my companions say is true, then you're the one I've been looking for. You seem to match the descriptions well enough. I mean, all except... I guess I just thought you'd look more like me. First, I need to know that you are indeed the Dragonborn of legend. I've already been conned once today, and it nearly cost me my life. Use the Thuum so I may confirm your identity. Then I'll explain why I sought you out. Maybe not, but it's more than your imposter could manage. Any shot will do, so long as I can see that you possess the gift of Akatosh.
Bruce, Roda!
We should keep moving.
Fus!
So it is true. You're my... well, you're the Dovahkiin. Guess the ploy got wrapped up and was intended for you. He stole your identity, hoping to lure you here and imprison you. Of that I'm certain. As for why, I can only speculate. I overheard a few of his subordinates mention the Daedric Lady Vermina, and something about a destiny. But I'm unsure how you fit into it. I've been trying to track you down for weeks. When I heard you were held up on some island north of Dawnstar, I made great haste to get here. By the time I figured out this was the work of a fraud, the trap had already been sprung. I have a... Wait, did you hear that?
It came from this way! The Dragonborn is upon us!
Never should have...
Hey, look! Halfwits! That's your last mistake.
We're already bleeding!
While you... I'll end your miserable...
It came from this way! The Dragonborn is upon... For the Great Lake!
The power of the Divines compel you!
Just a little...
That one was free.
Just die!
I'll see you burn.
Fight like a pregnant horker.
Ready?
I'll end your miserable life.
This is but a taste of the force your imposter commands. Stay here. We'll be swarmed by the remainder of his minions.
Just a...
I agree with the knight for once. This place won't be safe for long.
I'll explain everything once we reach the surface. For now, we need to focus on getting out of here.
Where are you? No more! I yield! I yield!
Curses! It's frozen over. Must be another attempt to keep us contained. This will only take a second. Anyone who doesn't want their eyebrows singed should get clear. Hello.
So the hour of your arrival has dawned. I will make this offer once, Dovahkiin. Surrender your weapons and dismiss your allies, and we will execute you in a manner befitting your prominence. Resist, and your death will linger in pain and torment. Lady Vermina has shown me a glimpse of your future, a fragment of the fate that awaits you. The choices you make will bring death, destruction, and ruin to countless innocents. There is no substitute. You must be stopped. Not deliberately, perhaps, but in your pursuit of the lesser evil, you will commit acts of reprehensible malevolence. I cannot allow that to happen. So be it.
Is someone
Lady Vermina!
All over already!
Let's try that again.
That one was free. That was an oversight. That one. Right like a pregnant hoarder.
Cheap.
That's your last mistake.
I'll end your miserable life!
What are you waiting for? Just die.
I'll see! Come on! Come on! I'll end your miserable life! I'll see!
Found nothing.
I yield!
Take that.
They usually work.
That was only the beginning.
You should be dead by now.
Already bleeding.
Hold this arrow for me.
And so I see the error of my ways. I thought I could challenge the course of destiny, save the lives that your rashness will lead to ruin. My defiance is all for naught. Their souls are now doomed to wait upon the judgment of Akatosh's chosen. There is no deviance from the will of the gods. My death has proven this. The divine, it would seem, have sealed your fate. I saw fire, death, chaos, and there in the midst of it, you stood, channeling the destruction as you so desired, at the command of your new lord. Lady Vermina, forgive me.
The deed is done. This cultist will defile your legend no more.
Shame, really. Seemed like he'd be an interesting sod to grab a pint with.
Any idea what he was talking about? Well, I suppose if you aren't worried about it, then neither am I. Let's hope his vision was either misinterpreted or simply a fallacy of the Daedric lady he served. In the meantime, we should search for an exit. We aren't out of this yet. What is it? Right. Forgive me if this seems out of place, but Imperial records state that you were orphaned at an early age. Do you remember anything before that? Anything at all about your birth family? According to the records, yes. Though whether or not you were raised by a foster family afterward, I'm less certain. The information I attained was scarce, to say the least. I just wanted to see how much you remember, if anything. Aside from a birth registry, there was just one other document the Imperials had in their repository. A ship itinerary. On the year of your 5th winter, your family set sail on the SS Teviot, a boat that fell into rough waters and was lost near the Hunding Bay. Amidst the chaos, you were separated from your kin and ended up aboard a separate lifeboat. We've gone about very different lives since, isolated from even the memory of one another. Yes, Gods, how do I even say this? I'm your sister. I can't fault your skepticism. If this is indeed the first time you've heard of us, then well, I can only imagine how peculiar it all must sound. But if it wasn't true, I wouldn't have traveled half a continent to find you. I thought you were dead, a victim of the sea on the night of the wreck. Were it not for Father's letter, I'd still believe that. You weren't the only one to have fallen astray when the SS Teviot was lost. I too was separated from our parents. I've been kept in the dark as long as you have, until the letter. Our parents are in danger. They have no one to turn to. They marked the area of their residence on a map and pleaded for our immediate arrival. That's when I learned you were still alive, and of your status among the Nordic people. In great haste, I journeyed from High Rock to Winterhold to find you. I wouldn't have departed on such a journey if I disbelieved its authenticity. In some ways, the letter confirmed what I already knew, and in others, what my heart had always wanted to believe. When my lifeboat washed ashore, I thought my family had been lost forever. My only memory of them is the amulet of Akatosh that had etched in it 4 names. Our parents, yours, and mine. I clenched it so tightly throughout the storm that I nearly broke the chain. Not daring to loosen my grasp for fear the wind or waves would steal my family again. Only our parents would have known of this personalized piece of jewelry, and they mention it in the letter. If neither the note nor the amulet is enough, then must I mention the Thuum? That wasn't a skill learned over years of practice or research. It was inherited at birth. A gift that only 2 mortals of this age share. I'd have difficulty faulting you. I felt the same way when I received the letter. Learning that you were alive, and of our parents' dilemma, it was almost too much to take in. You don't have to believe me, but will you not at least help? The danger our parents face is lethal. Without you, I fear they'll surely perish. They couldn't include many details, likely out of fear the letter would be confiscated. I only know that they face a grave threat and require our aid. That's enough for me. Look, I don't know our parents either. Why they chose to wait this long is beyond me, but I trust that they have their reasons. I want to let them explain it before I jump to my own conclusions. The map points to a small ridgeline near the coastal border of High Rock and Hammerfell. The ship and crew I've assembled to take us there is waiting for us at the Solitude docks. Sure thing. Just return it to me when you're finished. It has a certain sentimental value. I'm sure you understand. The ship is docked in Solitude's harbor. I'll make sure they don't leave without you. Oh, and one last thing. After all this time, it's good to finally meet you. I guess it'll take some time to adjust to. I struggled with skepticism myself for a time, but as the evidence stacked up, I had trouble refuting it. Anyway, we'd better not keep the crew waiting. I don't know how much longer my coffers will cover the dock fee. We'll set sail as soon as you're aboard.
Hail. Interesting.
Need something? Thanks!
My liege, the last of the supplies have been stowed. Are you certain she'll show?
She'll be here.
Stay where you are. This will only take a second. I need to look into your eyes.
Yes?
Just stop moving around so I can see. Stendar's mercy! It's a vampire! Stay back, demon!
Catry, relax. She's no danger to us. Sorry about that. Catry can be a little
the sun.
zealous at times. It comes with being vigilant, I guess. But she means well.
Hello.
I know we aren't exactly in for a royal voyage, but it's the best 5,000 septims can buy. It'll get us there in one piece. I hope. I'd rather not incite conflicts among the crew, if they can be avoided. We have a long voyage ahead of us. It'll be longer if tensions are high. We'll set sail as soon as you're below deck. Until then, feel free to meet the crew and get settled in. If you have any other questions, don't hesitate to ask.
I'm glad we're traveling together.
State your business. Keep your distance. Just because I'm not going to kill you doesn't mean I like you.
Hail.
Out of respect for the hostess of this vessel, I'm willing to overlook your condition for now. But after our journey concludes, I will not offer such a courtesy. Do with that warning what you will. It's not just werewolves and vampires. I am disgusted by any abominations that prey on mortals. My order was founded following the Oblivion crisis to prevent any similar disasters from engulfing the world again. I take that obligation very seriously. I have years of experience hunting the many horrors of this world, taking everything from witches to werewolves into the light. If it's a skilled combatant you're searching for, you need look no further. Thank the divines for that.
Something you need? Ah, Dovahkiin. I heard about your duel with the mighty dragon of Whiterun.
Excuse me.
Though the dungeons of a madman were hardly the place to speak on such matters. I am honored to serve beside a warrior of your particular valiance and nobility. I overheard the Solitude Guards talking about a woman assembling a crew to track down her lost parents. As someone who lost his father at a young age, I could empathize. And as a Knight of the Thorn, I recognized my sworn duty to offer my sword to those in need. The choice was clear. That reputation has tainted the guild for generations. But we're no longer the inept kinship of drunken derelicts our reputation would indicate. We're a league of disciplined and virtuous warriors now. It has been difficult, but I hold to the belief that it can be done. One day, the arrival of a Knight of the Thorn will bring hope and relief to the desperate. And I want to be alive to see it. I traveled the land in search of people to protect and evil to purge. In that sense, I suspect our walks of life are not so different. I'll do what's necessary to defend the innocent. So long as our beliefs do not find themselves in opposition, you can count on my support. Of course, Dovahkiin. It was an honor to speak with you.
Why are you looking at me like that? Welcome aboard, my friend. I don't believe we were able to get properly acquainted earlier.
Greetings, stranger.
Name's Hayden. I'm the pilot of this vessel. Ah, now that's a fascinating story. She burst into the winking skeever late one evening as if a dragon were in pursuit. Told everyone she was looking to hire a ship to venture to the border of Hammerfell, and for a mere 5,000 septims at that. Everyone else laughed. I was the only one drunk enough to think it was a jest, so I played along. Turns out it wasn't, and well, here I am. Captain of the newly acquired SS Deficit at your service. Like it? Named her myself. Between dock fees and the excessive stockpile of booze I've stored below deck, the septims Zerial paid me are all but spent. My hope of coming out of this with a profit is about as credible as Ulfric's claim to the throne. The sooner we leave, the better.
We should keep moving. By Talos, are you really the Dragonborn of ancient Nordic legend? The one who killed the fearsome dragon of Whiterun with just a mere glance of disapproval? Oh, and is it true that you can consume 30 cheese wheels mid-combat without breaking a sweat? And what about the rumor that you could ride a horse completely perpendicular? This is so exciting. That's incredible! Imagine the look on my little sister's face when I tell her I spoke with the Dragonborn. She won't believe it! I could think of at least 100 novels that could be derived from your adventures. Well, she is and she kinda isn't. You know, I mean, have you asked her how many dragons she's killed? Spoiler, it's not a lot. I'm a writer, you see. Tia Alto at your service. When I heard about your sister's adventure, I thought it'd be a great opportunity for some ideas for my latest novel. Maiden of the Sea, the romantic tale of a princess who voyages into the unknown to find a cure for her sickly sister. I can't wait to get started on it. But of course, I have to allow myself to experience her journey firsthand so that I could better connect with my readers. What do you think? Thanks! I don't like the concept of writing on topics I haven't first experienced. I think too many authors cheat their audience that way. I'm being obnoxious? I'm just kind of nervous, I guess. Here I am, talking with the real Dragonborn. It's just hard to wrap my head around. I'm sorry. What do you mean? Like an argument? Oh, I don't know. I've had some training with a bow and arrow in the past. I can give it a try, I guess. What's the worst that can happen? See you around.
You're good company, you know that?
I've got your back. Sure. Who did you have in mind? He's a hopeless drunk, but a dedicated one. For what that's worth. Either way, he's the only one here who knows how to pilot a ship, and we need his vessel to arrive at our destination. I trust her. She's the only one our parents made mention of in their letter. Vigilants with her level of experience rarely commit to independent ventures like this. We're lucky to have her. I feel sorry for him. It must be difficult carrying around a title like that. But he's loyal to his beliefs, and with that to our crew. We can count on him if things go south. She's here, I guess. An extra hand to clean the ship or handle minor tasks, in the least. I hope the trip helps her write a book, but I don't know how much she'll actually be able to contribute. Good afternoon. Aside from having our birth names etched in, well, the pendant is hollow. Beneath the frame lies a pinch of enchanted ashes. If my research serves me, they were originally crafted by the Argonians as a way to discern friend from foe during the Oblivion crisis. When they're cast into the same fire from which they were born, the flame will glow blue. In this letter, Father instructed us to use these ashes should we arrive too late. But that's not going to happen. We're not going to miss them.
Run! Get out of here!
Get out!
Oh, no, you don't! Please, please don't kill me!
Sleep well. Best rouse yourself. You're needed above deck.
Port side! Port side!
I see it! This thing doesn't turn on a septum!
Everyone, hold on to something!
Everyone okay?
Oh, I don't think my arm is supposed to bend like that.
How did this happen? And how far off course are we?
We're not.
What do you mean?
I mean, this island doesn't
Ow!
exist. It's not on the map. There's nothing but open waters for 500 miles.
Evidently not. This is what we get for hiring a drunk as a pilot.
You want to check the Atlas? Be my guest, Valor Boy!
Bickering amongst yourselves won't solve anything. We need to assess the damage.
We should keep moving. How's it look? Do you think it will leak? I could barely afford this one. Why? Is it that bad? Just our luck. Well, I suppose we should take a look around. If this place is inhabited, there should be somewhere to buy materials for a repair. Take who you want with you. The rest of us will stay here and keep an eye out for anything looking to profit of our misfortune. I don't see why it should be anyone else. If this plot of land isn't registered on the official topographical depiction of Tamriel, there's no telling what's out there. You have more experience with uncharted exploration than the rest of us. Unless the tales of your adventures have been exaggerated. I'll tell the others that you're in charge until we can correct this situation. If they give you any lip, let me know. Oh, and don't take any unnecessary risks out there, okay? But you can make exceptions, right? I'd rather not lose you out, wherever we are.
Don't just stand there, you blundering oaf. Run!
Hi.
I'm not gonna die explaining. Quick, to higher ground. Yeah? It could be any time now. 3, 2, 1.
-1. -1.5. Need anything? It's Mount Andor. By my assessment, the eruption should be taking place soon. Very, very soon. You new here or something? Are you all right? I don't like the idea of sharing this moment with an idiot. Regardless, we should focus on the mountain for now. I don't want to miss it. Any time now. Huh. That's bizarre. We should have seen it by now. All the signs were there. It's as if nature itself went against its very own... well, nature. Fascinating. Yet, disappointing. Mostly just disappointing. We're never safe. Not in this place. But at least the volcano won't claim our lives. Yet. I'll be happy to answer. For a price. Gold? What's a gold? Never heard of it. The currency is seashells here. But that's of little relevance. I'm not interested in profit. You're new here, right? So, you must have a ship. How badly is it damaged? Just a hole. That's incredible. In exchange for information, I ask for a place among your crew. If by some miracle you manage a successful repair, I want off this rock. Agree to my terms, and I'll answer that. What do you want to know? None that have worked. Every few years, someone attempts to flee. The swimmers get ripped apart by sharks or octopi. The sailors wash back ashore on the remains of their ship. We even had to scrape a wizard attempting teleportation off the side of Mount Andor once. This island has an obsession with keeping its residents contained. I don't know if you believe in curses, but now's a good time to start. There was one, a child, no older than 15 or so. That was years ago. No one's been able to replicate it since. I'd keep quiet about that if I were you. Newcomers who have dreams of this place usually end up disappearing. There are some on the island that think people who suffer these dreams are demon spawn. I can't imagine they'll handle it well if you tell them. Disappeared, missing, poof, evaporated, gone, faded from existence. Stop me when I get to an expression you foreigners understand. Village wars, an active volcano, Daedra sightings, monster attacks. Take your pick. Sometimes I think the gods keep us here just to take bets on how we'll perish. More than I'm comfortable with. I keep as much distance between me and those creatures as possible. Kinda have a thing for keeping my organs on the inside. Other islanders could tell you more. I'm the local volcanologist, or so I believe the title is. I study Mount Andor and alert the others of my tribe when it's about to go off. All the signs were there. The steam, the pressure, the boiling. Had it followed its natural course, we'd be surrounded by liquid flame. I think some external force is at work. I know that sounds implausible, but I have my suspicions. Of course not. I look forward to the day molten lava consumes their wretched souls. Every last one of them. Yeah, so I'm told. You could speak to the traders of the 4 villages on the island. Just don't get your hopes up. Their stock is often disappointing. Welcome to the island, I guess. Try not to die. You have something to say?
Where was I?
How goes it?
Someone there? Whatever people say here.
Yes.
Hostile spotted. Die already!
Can't win this!
The advantage is
Get away
mine.
with that!
Your funeral!
Alright, you got it. You're as good as dead. Killed.
Hit this! Hit that!
Oh, that's gonna stop.
Get down. Have some more.
At your back! Come on! Tell you what, you start running so I can stab you in the back. Dead. Dead! That's all you've got? I'll mount your hand on my...
Stay sharp. Truly ready to die? I'll try and make this quick.
True lords never back down! Pay for...
make for an excellent.
Yes, sister? Not that I recall. The others heard the commotion and came up before we struck land. Why? Are you saying you saw someone down there? Maybe. Either way, it wouldn't hurt to look around. It's quite possible we picked up a stowaway. You're sure it was this island? That would be a strange coincidence. Well, I don't think we have to worry about that. Unless there's some dark and mysterious secret you've been keeping from us. Which, there isn't, right? Right? Right then. Anyway, what happened in this vision of yours? Kind of vague, don't you think? Did you see anything that might set this event in motion? Well, I don't know if you believe in things like foresight or prophecy, but I'd rather not stick around long enough to find out. We should get those materials or a new vessel and get off this rock as quickly as we can. Possibly. If you find the time to ask around, go for it. But our priority should remain discovering a method of escape. If you have any more of these dreams, let me know. They're a little too coincidental to be dismissed. Would you rather they call you Dovahkiin all the time? That's a lot of syllables to call out when they're in trouble, don't you think? Well, survival and demise are only a syllable away. Okay, I'll admit it. Not my wittiest retort.
Stay close.
I smell. The challenger is near. No one escapes.
Why so confident?
You won't live to see tomorrow.
Why won't you leave us alone?
Evasion is futile.
You will collapse soon.
What are you waiting for? Just die! Stay down.
Shame. I was hoping they'd make it too.
why. We told them this would happen. It's their fault for succumbing to hope. Need something? Damned fools thought Dagon's curse was just a myth. Those bodies just washed ashore. The barrier that keeps us trapped on this isle, hundreds have attempted to break it. They end up like this lot every time. Ha! Do you not see what happened to these miserable sods? Nobody escapes this place. No, but you might ask Tasius, our priest of Arche. It's rumored he has a theory on how to avert the curse. He's busy preparing the rites for these fools. He'll be in his hut when he finishes. You could wait for him there.
I'm glad we're here.
Yes? Got something to say?
I see you. There is no respite from the hand of destiny.
Dova, are you alright? You look terrible. More so than usual. Oh, wait, that came out wrong.
Something wrong? You spaced out for a few minutes.
From the screams, I suspect the village is under attack.
I smell weakness.
Please don't kill me. I might die from that.
Weakling.
Please don't kill me! I might die from that! Die?
Looking for that.
Tougher than you look.
The advantage is mine.
The danger are coming.
Another who seeks death. You are weak.
Just a few more.
The danger! The danger are coming!
That's all you've got.
Resistance is
Fall to me.
Thanks for the help, Outlander. Our losses may have been double without it.
Let's try that again. Good one!
To the
but it won't
death.
save you.
Blood.
You shouldn't have
This is
There's
not
no
a battle
dishonor
you
easy.
can win.
That was cheap.
Okay, yeah, it's set during the time of Skyrim, but, this is just some weird cult trying to bring back the Oblivion crisis, I think. I don't know too
My
much
wounds
about
will
the
heal.
mod.
Yours will.
Downloaded it today. Who's she fighting off?
What do you want?
Who's Tassius?
Oh! Please don't kill me. I might die from that.
Why are they beating her up? Calm down.
Thanks for the help, Olander. Our losses may have been double without it. Aye, like the tales of old. A portal between Mundus and the plains of Oblivion, crafted by the Daedric Lord Mehrunes Dagon. Thanks for the help, Olander. Our losses may have been double without it.
Yeah. Hold on, something is up with her tail. Let's take it off for now.
Yes?
Thanks for the help, Olander. Our losses may have been double without it. I'm the closest my people have to a man of any religious authority, but
the quest
I
mod
care
is
little for
called,
that title. I consider
Warden of the
myself
Coast.
more of a layman than a
It
priest.
came out in December last year. I think it was December, or that was the last time it was updated, something like that.
Aye, like the tales of old. A portal between Mundus and the plains of Oblivion, crafted by the Daedric Lord Mehrunes Dagon himself. They had, for the rest of Nern. But the crisis still thrives here, exercising its malice and cruelty long after its author's expulsion.
That's interesting.
Everyone has their theories. Some say a member of the mythic Dawn sold the island to Dagon for a higher status in paradise. Others claim that Martin Septim never banished the Daedric Lord to Oblivion, but to this peninsula instead. There are other, more absurd speculations, of course, but ultimately none of these hypotheses have enough evidence to support them. No one knows for certain where the Gates returned.
Yeah, sorry about that. I shouldn't have been speaking when he was talking. But the mod is called, I think I have it in the title, it's called Warden of the Coast, if you want to look more into it. I tried not to read too much about it because I want to just experience all of it.
They used to only appear every few years, but now things are escalating. And those of us who've been around for a while know this can only mean one thing. The reaping will soon dawn. An event that occurs every 30 years or so, when Dagon sends his minions to decimate the souls of 3/4 of the island's population. Admittedly, my knowledge of the event is limited. There are others here that could tell you more. Yes, but only a fraction of us. It's as if they're only interested in trimming the populace. It's a very peculiar behavior for the Daedric Lord of Destruction to have. My tribe and I are still uncertain of the meaning. For a time, we thought the reaping would pass over Dagon's supporters, but that hypothesis was quickly debunked. It seems as if they kill anything in their path until the quota is met. These are but my own speculations, of course. I'm no authority on the event. I'm afraid there's no theory, just a small gamble at hope. Only one person has ever made it off the island. A young child who piloted a rowboat past a sea monster, raging storm, and troubled waters, eventually reaching a clearing beyond the curse. Oh, or so the story goes. She did something the rest of us couldn't. She asked for the help of the Warden. Aye, the Warden of our coast. He's a being of local mythology. Tales claim he resides within the very heart of Mount Andor, granting an audience to only those he deems worthy. It's said the girl struck a deal with this Warden, allowing her safe passage beyond the curse. I've sent many newcomers to his abode. None of them were granted an audience. It is entirely likely that the Warden has either passed away or never existed at all. Few know for certain. Of course, as a member of the Norstead village, I am obligated to provide such hospitality to newcomers. Just be warned, the Warden, should he exist, may not barter with us if we arrive in numbers. You'll need to send one member of your party away for this.